think Spaghetti Junction's fun, check this bad boys out. Dallas, Texas, they love the big flyovers, the intersections and shit. Look at that, this is like a big old Scalextric track. I don't even know if I'm on the right lane actually, but it looks like it's going my way, so... I haven't updated my GPS, my sat-nav for a while, so... And there's a bit of construction back yonder, so it keeps sending me, keeps thinking I'm in a field. But it did do. This is rush hour traffic, Dallas. Just coming in towards downtown Dallas. And that's the thing, how do you get, here's one for you. How, if you are downtown, how do you ask directions to downtown? Do you ask, how do I get up to downtown? Or how do I get down to downtown if I'm downtown? Different one. So yeah, you've got shitloads of lanes like in all the other cities I've told you before, and coming through what's it called? What's its face? Can't get out. I'm out. Salt Lake City, all of them, all seem to run, apart from LA, obviously. So this is just too many people. My tander's back, and I've got loading tipped and loaded rather, and I've just checked the weights. This is heavy. This is like 44, so 45 is my max I can carry, and this is 44. That's what the paperwork says. Don't always believe the paperwork. You tell lies. They really do. So let's get it lit. I knew I'd be stood about all day, to be fair. Like I said, unloading and loading. As long as I got the load on, I ain't particularly bothered. So I can get out of here, at least, and get out of Dallas and away from Dallas. Now there's Mrs. May has decided to block me all up. What's she doing? Luckily as well, I'll be able to, let's have a look, where's me thing gone? That's disappeared. There's somewhere to be found. Come on. There we go. Keep on trucking up. I told you before, it's all on an app and everything, so I'm gonna have to go to the nearest scale. Let's have a look. Truck. Service, tyres, towing, repair, trucks, weigh station, scale. My anti-frill. Let's have a look. I can't go anywhere because Mrs. Mayor's decided to block the shebang up. I don't know what the hell she's doing. Let's go have a look. So that wasn't bad. That was only an hour and a half, that one, to load. So an hour and 20 rather. So that one too bad. Oh, Mrs. You sat there like a dino. Driving, so that'll give me plenty of time. I want to get to Moab for Saturday night, and if I can get there, that'll do me fine. It's 2,000. Why has that gone off? I'll show you on the next video. Garmin, how we're doing right back there. Garmin, as the switch on the back has decided to give up the ghost. So the only way to turn it on and off now is pull the plug in and out, which is right up there. Hopefully, what's going on here? Why aren't I being allowed to exit? Am I not close enough? There we go. Ugh, give it a little nudge. Get on. Agree not to touch it. Promise as I drive along, officer. It's humid here. It's only 24, but oh my god, it's Betty Swallocks. And I've run out of sacks, so it is Betty Swallocks. Too much information, eh? It is this way. Tell you a little story. The first time I drove that truck, I was coming out of our yard on my own. It was early hours of the morning. Pick the truck up, set up on the yard, and the dog's bollocks here, aren't they? Big truck, bulldozer. Dropped the front end in the ditch over the other side tonight. A passenger wheel, poof, right off the curb. No curb, just into the grass bit. Luckily, I kept the power on and it pulled itself out. But I did that frightened way. It really did. You know, I'm used to the wheel being sat over the wheel. It's like we usually. I can't get me satellite to work. Come on. Well, I know it's up this way. I think. There we go. We're cooking now. This is a new industrial estate, is this? Oh, brand new. So there you go. That's the score. I'll head over to the scale. Get on the scale and see, find alternative route. Yes. We don't want to be going through peages. There's only one way. That's through this way, isn't it? There's only one way I'm going. Whoa, somebody left the cupboard open. Oops. That's got to be me, isn't it? Is there any more of them? That's in my haste to leave. Get the hell out of there. I'll tell you what I forgot to do as well. See Cornfield Crossing is this. Bright lights are really an annoying thing here. They seem to, as the car gets older, they think it's alright to just leave the main beam on and call it good. So flipping. Where's that light so annoying. All these new LED lights on older trucks, they'll call that good. They call that good. Rather than, you know, to try and let me just sort this cab out. Try and upmarket the truck a wee bit. Let's stick some, there's my clean quilt that's jumped out. Stick some bright lights on. Some of these LED dumb things, and they're as blinding as hell. They're bloody horrible. Well, that'll do. We'll shut it off there and we'll catch you later. I'll tell you what the scale reads. Just coming into the... shut up, beeping! Into the scale, there we go. Scales are all the same. Well, majority of them are. Cat scale. Scale certified scale. Oh, that's a bit awkward. Fall off the end of it. Luckily I'm better at the forwardy bit than the aiming it than the going backwards bit. Big old splodge down there. Something hit me. I don't know what the hell it was. Horrible explosion of guts and shit all over. That's the thing with these hot countries, you know. Giving me the little chilly climate countries that change and stuff like that any day, because these hot ones, you know, they have everything that's going to eat you. You can't even go for a walk in that grass without something want to grab hold of you, some little shit. They're all them little things that are going to get you. Just give you a little nip, and before you know it, you're all bollocks and you're not doing anything. There we go. You think I'm on it? I need to save me time as much as I can, so I've got to keep pressing it on to off duty like I am. Let me just talk to this mate. This here, Missy. So this is the score. There's a ting there, a button there. Oh, fuck. And she'll talk.
Guys, where are we going?
No, first way. She won't understand me.
What's the truck and trailer number?
Truck 39, trailer 543.
Just the truck.
Pardon?
The truck number?
39. She ain't gonna get me. She's thinking.
Okay, you can pull off now.
Thanks. Usually it's a what? What? Should we just say it to a friend now? I cannot understand this guy out there. He sounds foreign. So that's it. I pull off at the Z-scale and park over here. Go in and see Missy. I think I'm going to have to juggle a bit. Bit done with all this produce and stuff. We'll see that. I've got 36 hours to do 33 hours, so I've got time as long as I don't get messed up anywhere. I usually can beat it as well, but I'm going to go back a slightly different way as I get to Albuquerque. So, catch you in a bit. This really starts to wind me up a little bit. I'm going to have to go back again, so I'm 13 mile away. Luckily, I've got a bit of time this time, but I'm 1,100 over. Even juggling my axles, I aren't going to get... I'm 1,100 over on my trailer axles. Even if I pull that back, I'm still... oh, hang on. Pull that back. I could get 500. I might get 500 on each. Wait there. I'm gonna try something. Pull the axles about, and I'm over. Usually, I'll get away with. Let's turn a few of them lights out. Usually I can get away with running. He's coming in the out. Okay. Usually you'll get away with running 34 500 on each axle, drive axle and the trailer axle, and a little bit over on the front. But I'm 1,400. I've got 3/4 of a tank. I'm gonna be. Even if I could get it 34 500, and I had to worried about the front end, which if I'd have carried on juggling about, I'd have probably got it like that. But I'm on 1/4 of a tank. I don't want to be filling up every day or twice a day to get all the way home. You know, it's not as though it's round the corner. See, the problem is this is a dry freight load, and we always get this all the time. When you got the dry freight load on, they want to put the maximum on there. This is beetroot, bottles of beetroot. So they always want to see, you know, get to max, don't they? If you were paying for a load or anything like that, you'd want the full thing. It's a bit close. Full ting out of it and the lot. So if it was a dry freight, but then you add my APU, I've got all my snow chains. I've got 14 gallon of water for my shower. Hygiene. And all that malarkey, it all adds up, doesn't it? So, and the fridge, the reefer. There's, you know, your APU's 500 plus, that's half a ton nearly, with all the batteries and everything like that now, it's got to be. But they reckon they allow you a bit more, but I don't know. So that's it, we're hightailing it back again. It's only 12 miles, luckily. Luckily I didn't do my usual one and think, fuck it, I'll do it in the morning and kick ass. I've still got a bit of time. I've got 2 hours, so I'm probably going to end up wasting my time. Now, if they take this off, I shouldn't have to go back again. So hopefully I'll get it done within the hour and get out. If worst comes to worst, I'll be sat on the scale tonight. But because of this new law, because I've had 3 hours off today, with the new law in now, I can only have 7. I can have 7 hours off tonight to make up my 10 because I've had 3 hours off during the day, which makes it better. So it still means that I'll get out of Dallas before all the traffic picks up or anything like that. You know what I mean? So it swings and roundabouts. I prefer not to get up at 5 o'clock and get up at like 6 o'clock and be working normal time, 6 to 7 o'clock or whatever. Nice little line, but it'll be what it'll be. If it means I'm missing traffic, because I really can't do traffic, I will get up at 4 or 3 or whatever. So we'll see. It's 8 o'clock now. It's 10 o'clock here. What time? I'm not sure what time these people close. So there you go. I'll catch you in a bit. Bye bye. Oh, I just shit, they are still here. That was my worst thought coming down the road. They're not going to be here when I get back. I'm going to have to wait till the morning just to get a couple of pallets taken off, but shit, I've just slung my axles right to the back. Maybe I shouldn't have done that before I'd gone around the corner. Anybody who's driven a 53-foot trailer with the axles right at the back tends to cut in a wee bit. Usually I wait until I'm lined up in the door, but I want to get these off door too, she said that. Yeah, at least we're going to get sorted out tonight. And I take those 2 off. I know I'm going to be all right then. I'll just slide the they'll take them right off the back. So if I slide me tandems, my axles right to the front, they'll make job a good one. Where's that trailer gone? There it is. So oh god, this is so dark and I'm just making up things here, aren't I? For my bad reversing. Let's have another go. Let's have a proper look at the situation here. Here we go. I've done this before. The trailer just on the inside. Really want to meet into somebody else's trailer. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Less speed, more haste, as they say. Star Driver. So there you go. That's me in and sorted, and hopefully it wouldn't be too long and be over the scale and on my way. Get back to the scale house, and I thought I'd be clever and come off, ignore the GPS, and that was the road that I wanted with PC plots up there, which I can't go up. So now I'm in. I don't know. I need to be over that other side of the freeway. Over there. Maybe there was a reason the GPS wanted me to go the other way. Maybe it knew Mr. PC Plod was there. Hopefully this is going to take me back around. Anyway, so yeah, the pallets are off. Hopefully I'll be good on the scale now. I know I will. She said they'd taken one off, so they must have dug in and then put it back on again. So she says one is 1,500 to 2,000. This is tight. Big old oil down there as well. Oh man, this looks like one of them dodgy neighbourhoods, doesn't it, where things happen. It's where people go missing. Dodgy downtown Texas, Dallas. Wee Yorkshireman last seen ignoring his GPS going round and round in circles with a shitload of root beer on. It's root beer I've got on. I thought it was rhubarb for some reason. I saw the root and rhubarb and just I never take any notice what's in the back as long as it's not hashish or anything like that. I don't give a shit. Or any of that other untoward substances. There we are, there we are. Good, right. Spot on. I've still got an hour and 20 minutes left, so I've lost an hour. Luckily that was there. Like I say, that was my worst nightmare, getting back there and then I've gone home and having to wait till the morning. But still, I've got an hour. I can get the hell out of Dodge. Get out and I'm going to go in this out entrance like a rebel. Truck entrance. What a rebel. Look at that. Oh, that's a big old point. Just total disregard for the law though. Not the law actually, it's a private garage and things, so this time of night you're exempt and you're allowed to do things like that. Honest officer. Every load just lately has been overweight. Every load. See the dry weight? It's dry load. And then when you got your reefer, like I said before, it all adds up on there. Alright, we're on. We're on. Get that off, get that off, get that off, get weight off, and get the food out. Catch you later, bye bye. Happy days. I'm on the weight on my scale. Job's all good. And I can afford to move the axle, the back axle's one forward. So when I fuel up, I'm going to be fine because I'm at 33,800, 840. So I'm just under on my drive axles. When I fuel up, it's going to put that over. So I can afford to come forward on the back axles. One little bit. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. I've got about an hour. What are we doing? GPS for some reason wants to route me up through Denver. Really? Stop. Beeping. GPS wants to send me through Denver, which I ain't going that way. And that puts me into Wyoming and all that malarkey. They had 2 foot of snow drop the other day there. I ain't playing that game. No way. So we're getting out of there. We're going back over New Mexico because we like that. So here I am on old Route 66. I was looking for somewhere to park. I fancied going out for dinner tonight, but I ought to have Mexican, shouldn't I? Seeing I'm in New Mexico. What do we got? Annie's Restaurant. What's all that about? Annie's Restaurant 66 is closed, so that won't be all about anything. I've had a bit of going on with the E-log as well. I'm a bit of a fuck up actually. So I was under the understanding that I could have. There's a museum over there, 66 Museum. There's some old buses outside. I was under the understanding that I could barbecue. There you go, Western Barbecue on the right. If it's going to be open. Yeah, I was under the understanding if I had 3 hours off during the day consecutively, I could then, where is it? That's half a mile. I could then reduce my nightly rest to 7 hours. Okay, so I had over 3 hours off last night, all happy days. That's an RV park. Ain't no restaurant. CBD vape oil, mobile delivery. Yeah, I was under the understanding that I could reduce my nightly rest to 7 hours after having 3 or more consecutive hours off during the day. So 7 hours I had off. Well, I had 9 off. I thought I'll try it out. I wasn't really in that much of a hurry. I'm not, but I thought there's the goddamn restaurant's closed. A lot of these are closing down anyway on old Route 66, but with COVID-19 it really doesn't help either. So there you go, moving on. Yeah, so I thought I'd be alright, 9 hours off, boom, 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 here we go, fucking happy days. Hit the road, boom, it gave me 8 hours. 8 hours for my full spread over, no, me 14, no nothing, just 8 hours. You know what, I'll carry on the 66. Let's just keep going. Yeah, so I thought I'd have my full time, but I didn't, just 8 hours. Flipping great. But luckily, I don't need that much time. I've still got plenty of time. I've got 3 days to do 1,581 miles, so, you know, I've had to go have a good punch today though, and only a quick 30-minute break and keep going for me 8 hours sort of thing. So, you know, it wasn't a major, but I was just obviously under the understanding of the false pretenses, wasn't I? What do you think of that one? No, I don't really. So now I'm having to run on PC to try and find somewhere to park. My personal conveyance, so I can't go too far, but you know, I can have a little look, can't we? 66 in, look at them all run down. Oh, so there's an old Merc back there. Root beer. That's what I've got a load on now, root beer. Motel 66. This has got to be the most famousest road in the world, hasn't it? Route 66. And I'm driving a truck down it. I would have thought that a few years back. There you go. Maybe driving a bike down it was one of my ambitions, but to be driving the truck was definitely not in my wildest dreams until I met Steph, obviously, and then it all changed. And then Jack came on the way, and what the heck? Historic Route 66, come to restaurant. Bobby's. Anyway, I'm going to find somewhere and we'll get back to you. Hey all, here I am in Santa Rosa, and this is Route 66. Hell yeah, there's the truck up there. I wanted to eat out today. I really fancied eating out. I've been eating in the truck for ages and what have you, and really wanted to go. If a few of you don't know, well, you are going to know now, that in the trucks in America, we can't have beer inside the trucks. It's the total state laws, you cannot have beer in your truck. So I really fancied a beer tonight. So I've had a couple of beers and I feel pretty good. So obviously you've got to get out if you want a beer. And a lot of places been shut and stuff like that, so it's all a bit awkward. Anyway, this here is Santa Maria, as I say, Joseph's Bar, 1937 or something, I think he said it was, that it was open on Route 66, New Mexico. So it's a cracking little place. Obviously, like I say, it's pretty old with a lot of memorabilia, proper stuff as well, you know what I mean? They've got a bar, but that's closed at the moment. They've got all these, like I said, this obviously because the bar's been open that long, they're going to collect lots of stuff over the years and stuff like that. It's a half Mexican restaurant with typical good food. I had trout, really enjoyed it. I don't know if you can hear me with this silly mask on. Like I say, they've got loads of stuff. Cool. So that's been the night. I'll stay in here tonight. Moving on tomorrow. I've only got, what have I got? I've got, I forget how many miles now to do. Only about 1500 and something. So I've got 3 days, so I'm no great rush. So I'll do it, not a problem. Catch you later. Bye-bye. Hey, oh, here I am. There is Route 66, that bit there. And that's 40, like I've explained before. The 40 runs in and out. You can't go any further on the 66. This bit will take you further down east, obviously. That's the original bit, just down yonder there. And then it jumps back onto the 40. So if you were to go further up there, that'd be just straight onto the 40. Come off at the next junction where the truck stop further down. I've done that before, actually, that video from there, and you can jump back on the 66 again, the original one, and it wings in and out of the mountains a little bit. It's not one of the best bits, so if you're gonna do Route 66, you really need to do your research into finding the good parts and the bad parts before you get over here. Otherwise, you're going to end up in and out all day long trying to find little stretches of the 66, whereas you'd probably come off here thinking you've got a bit of stretch of the 66, when actually all you've got is this here junction, because the 66 is underneath the 40, if that makes any sense, sort of. Anyway, what we got here, we've got a trading post here, Route 66 trading post. It's not an original Indian one, it isn't that, but it's got all your trinkets and stuff like that. Let me just have a look inside. It's got some quite trick stuff, you know. If you want some souvenirs and things like this, super clean restrooms, toilets and that, really cool. You got all your cacti and your all your basically your memorabilia and stuff like that. Let me show you these. The one I've got of the rug in the truck is a copy, but when you see the genuine thing, you will realise these. They say they're import, but these are a lot thicker than I've got. They really are nice. If you're gonna, I'm gonna get one eventually, but you're talking like $200 for a big one, or $120 or something like that. Which I suppose it is going to last you a lifetime. It is going to be a good one and what have you. Even for that little one, they're $85. But they're just totally different. You can really tell. So that's it. We've got all your pottery and malarkey in here. Anyway, I'm going to kick ass and get back on the road. I'm meeting up with Paul over in outside of Moab somewhere, so we'll be going. Let's do a little bit more. Hey, what's that I see coming up over the hill? Is that there the purple people eater?
I can't wait for him to fix this goddamn road.
Oh man, you want to slow that thing down when you hit them construction just in front of you. That is bad, buddy, bad.
You're looking good up to the top. Horsehead scale is open and waiting on you.
Okay, buddy, they should be close by the time I get there. I'm going to stop for another coffee. I'm going to hang it out. You got a, what was he, a local sheriff further down, but he was hauling ass, so he shouldn't be anywhere for you. Okay, Paul, catch you on the flip. Hell yeah! Alright, bud, bye-bye. So that was my buddy Paul there going the other way in his purple people eater. And this is the desert riding. This is just coming construction parts of it and stuff like that, so it is getting a lot better. But wow, does it get bouncy. It really does back there. So hopefully they'll get it done before winter. And luckily coming across this way, it's pretty quiet, as you can see, because not a lot of people use it. Because as you come up to before Albuquerque, Garmin and your GPS is your sat-nav route you upwards towards Wyoming and that way. So a lot of you boys and things, or girls, they'll follow the sat-nav and go up that way, so it keeps it nice and quiet. But I'm damn sure, I always come this way. It's shorter, I like the route and everything, and keeps me away from Wyoming. The other route takes you into Wyoming. They've already had 2 foot of snow this year, and so I avoid Wyoming like the plague, to be fair. So this is all still the desert ride. Enjoy this tune. Advertising coming out here. For a little bit, coming and out of it sort of thing. As I go through Colorado, it gets you get a few little up and downs and nice little bits and twists and stuff like that. It's pretty pleasant. Breaks it up, and then I shoot back into a desert again. Past the scale and up you go. Catch you later. This is a drop down into shit. You've got affordable housing over there, basically council houses for Indians or low income people. Yeah, this just to add on that I just went past Paul there, didn't I? My buddy. He's kicking ass at the moment because he's on agricultural, not agriculture. He's on supermarket restock, so he's e-log exempt. So he's kicking 1,000-mile days. He's milking that baby. So it ain't going to be about forever. So he's getting them what he can in out of that. When they're on 1,000 mile, but it's we can't stop on here because at the moment, like I said, this is the Navajo Indian Reservation, and because of COVID-19, we're not exactly super welcome at the moment to be stopping anywhere. To be fair, I'm not sure if any of the restaurants are going to be open anyway, or the cafes or anything like that. They are in New Mexico in other parts, as last night I went out, but on the reservations they tend to shut down quite a lot of them because of this. They have done. A lot of the other parts of the country have, like in Montana and places like that, you can't even get into the reservations, well, not off the slip roads, into the towns, because they're are very prone to catching diseases, and with them living in such a small community, you know, as close a community, sorry, it's going to spread like wildfire if it does get in there. So they're just watching the back. No, look, everything is closed, basically, all shut down. Whereas everywhere else is open. It's sunny 2:30 Saturday afternoon, and it is all shut down. I thought they were going to be, well, they've closed down everything. Even the Burger King, even the drive-thrus, the lot. Hell, they've seriously gone down. Well, that shocked me. That I thought they would still have the drive-thrus open, but oh, skate park's open. There's usually a big, on the right hand side there, that's usually a huge, great car boot sale on a weekend. I've never been into the town, obviously at the moment, I ain't got any choice, I ain't going in. I knew I'd miss that one. Stupid flap still keeps coming open. I've just had to jump out and flick it up with my foot. So that, alright, here we go. We've got a roll, go, buddy, go. Surely are open. It might just be self-service. Luckily I'm alright for fuel. I've got another 400 plus mile, nearly 500, probably 500 miles. So I'm alright for a bit. Yeah, that looks just like it's just self-service. Wow. So, there we have it. Ghost town. Still in the desert, should I say. Here's a tune for you, which is quite appropriate.
I've been through the desert.
Mexico, Colorado. For the ones who've been watching for ages, you've seen it all before. But I think I'm going to show you again because I can never, ever, ever get bored of this. It is absolutely stunning. It really is. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. This is Arches National Park. As you all know, the ones that follow. The ones who haven't seen it before, this is in Utah. We're still at 26. I thought that the outside temperature, whatever that is in 80 summer, is it summer? Still bloody hot out there. I thought it would have cooled down a wee bit by now because it's 5 o'clock here in the afternoon. There's the archway one. I did a thing from up there. There's one of the arches. I've done a couple of the hikes around here. I would have liked to have done a few more, but I was gonna get a hotel tonight and stay and chill out tomorrow, but that was before I cocked up on my hours and lost too many and only got 8 yesterday. Otherwise I would have been here, well, I probably would have got here a lot earlier and had a lot more time to do things, but now I'm a wee bit pushed for time. It's always going to be here, and you know, I'm going to be coming. I saw this guy on the way down. Bloody hell, he's done well. He was right at the other side of Moab. Well, some pilgrim thing. I feel sorry for him, especially in these temperatures. But it's his choice. He's a pilgrim. He's got the what is it on his back? The a cross or something. So he'll be doing his shit. Can't see the archway. I'm not stopping. You've got photos of it before. You've seen them all. So we're on. Through and gone. Look at them off-road cheeky trucks. Oh, oh. Fun, fun, fun. Got to be a massive grin factor with those. So bold, aren't they? Just there in your face. So Paul, who I spoke to earlier, he gave us a call and he said Moab was absolutely heaving. So whether I'm going to actually stop there and just press on or not, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see when we get into the town. See what it's like. I know I can get parked. I can get parked around the back of the supermarket. That ain't going to be a problem. But if it's going to be too many people in restaurants or anything like that, I ain't going to bother. I'll go for a walk round. I ain't going to waste my time. There you go. It is what it is. It is what it is this. The rock, you know, it's even that I've been through it quite a lot now, quite a lot of times. I can't even remember the amount of times I've been through. Every time it gives me goosebumps looking at these rocks. It's just like, wow. And I seriously have to pinch myself to think, am I driving over here? Am I doing this shit? I know a lot of Americans probably won't get it at all. They'll be like, well, what's his big hype? Why is he so, you know, excitable and getting all about driving in America and driving through here? Seriously guys, when you've driven to all the places I have. And then you spend 15 years UK shunting, and you get to come out and spread your legs out here, and wow, you know, it's like, what have I been here now? This is 3 years. This is my third winter it'll be. So I've been out there 3 years and still absolutely, you know, I do count myself extremely lucky. Especially now because I'm still getting people asking me about how do I get into America, how do I get into America, and I keep repeating on this on nearly every video, so a lot of people will be getting bored of it now. You're not coming in, end of, unless you're married to an American. Go to Canada, go next door, they love you, they'll want a piece of you. You might even get it in Mexico or something, pass your test there and drive it. Never thought of that, that might be an option. Try and get on with a Mexican company that drives into America. There you go. You know, they'll probably even accept your HGV without having to take it. They probably will swap it straight over or something. That would be an option. Get in touch, do your Googling. I'm not an agency, because mine is all different. At the moment, my 2 years is just coming up. So we're just applying for my my green card again, my extended green card. And seriously, this is stressful. They're asking for all sorts of shit. It's basically, it isn't a bad thing though. It's a good thing, but because we're legitimate, we have the house together and stuff like that. There's many of people that aren't. So, you know, they have to investigate each one. So now they're asking for the marriage certificate again, which they had last year. They're asking for all the other bits and pieces, the mortgage, to see that both our names are on the mortgage and everything like that, because there is so many people who would just like get into England, marrying a bride or something like that and all that shit, you know. So they really are clamping down. So if you were to try and come in now, God knows how long you'd be waiting, seriously, for an application form to even be looked at. It's that backlog, and especially with the corona and stuff like that, it's put everything on hold. So, like I say, we've still got our fingers crossed and everything, because they could deny it. They could turn around and say, I'm hoping not, I can't see any reason why they would, but they could, and they're fully in the right saying, nope, sorry, we don't want to renew your green card, bye, and off you go. No explanation needed at all. So it's quite a worrying time for me at the moment. Well, for me, Steph, everybody, we're all worried about the outcome, because it's a big waiting game. Plus, if they don't get it processed by January, my medical for my CDL runs out. I don't think I can get what's going on here? I don't think I can get a renewal on my medical without having a green card, an effective green card, an in-date green card. So it's all a bit of a worry at the moment, I'll tell you guys. My next one will be for 10 years though, and then after 10 years I can apply for citizenship if I want to. We'll see. We'll see what we will see. Soon be more. What a beautiful evening. Absolutely cracking it is. Just gets better. Miles and miles. I could do this Texas run, Washington down to Texas all the time. That would be quite happy with that. But to say that, I can even run this way and go down to Florida, come through this way. Which, if I do start doing the Floridas again, I probably will. It's a lot. You're staying lower down the country before you're coming up, so you're gonna miss. You're gonna get the shitty weather a little bit further on, but you're gonna miss Wyoming and all that shit show. Which, you know, they've already got snow in Wyoming. They've had 2 foot 3 weeks ago. So, you know, it's coming already. It's coming. Morning all, here I am. This is where I park in Moab. Got up this morning, well last night I noticed it actually, but just couldn't be bothered to do anything about it. Well, I couldn't get hold of a tyre place anyway. I had me walk round and noticed that big old bolt in the tyre. Well, a nail, not that big actually. So, with it being, like I said before, the airlines had kept it up. So it was obviously, I haven't run it flat or anything like that, it's been running fine and what have you. It was only when he turned the ignition off and all the air drops out and everything like that, because I was sat in the cab, had some dinner before I went for a wander around Moab last night, and then realised that shit, fucking tyre's flat. And it wasn't totally down at the moment then, but as you can see, it's now, shit, that's not very good, it's popped off the rim. So I might be able to, there's no tyre houses open today. There's one I've used before just up the road, I did a video on, but they're closed. So I've been given an address to try and see if I can find them, but they're not answering the phone or anything. If not, there's no O'Reilly's. I'm going to try and plug it, get the wire thing bob in, and try and plug it myself. Because the problem is, if I go to Love's with that, they won't plug that. They'll say no, we can't plug that, it's too close to the sidewall, which to be fair I don't think it is, but you know, we ain't gonna scrap that tyre, that is for sure. They would definitely say, oh no, that's too close, but that's Love's that's their Love's whatever priority, or they've got to do kind of thing. That's their policy. They have to, if it's on the sidewall, it sells tyres, doesn't it? They know they've got you there, which is a bit of a bollock really, but that's the way it is. So I'm going to go for a wander up to the O'Reilly's, see if I can find this other tyre house, see if they will come out today, because I can't afford to wait about, and I'll see if we can get it mended. If not, it's going to be a Vernon Bodge job. Catch you in a bit. Happy days, guys. Here we are. I've got my puncher, like I said before. I've been and got some of this shit. I'm going to try it. The nearest tyre place is 60-70 miles away from here. I've managed to seal it back onto the rim. It had popped off the rim, but I managed to get it back on. Whatever you do, if you get up in the morning, find you've got a puncher, don't drive it, don't move it or anything, because if it pops off that rim, there can be a bastard to get back on. Even if I use my airline that I bought, you know, the extension airline, it doesn't pump fast enough, usually as a rule, to get back on the rim. Otherwise you will be fucked and it'll pop off that rim. You aren't going to get it back on the rim. Not unless you get a big airline with a big compressor, push, pop it back on. Luckily I wheeled it out and I managed to get, because of the airlines that pull out, like as I explained before, you've got the I've got these airlines that come out, so it's going to be the same pressure it would have been if I'd have dragged my airline out and tried it there. It'd have been reasonably the same, but luckily she's gone back on again. She had popped off at the top. Here is said item in there. So like I said before, Love's aren't going to mend that, because they're going to tell me it's too close to the edge and what have you. So because obviously, like I explained before, they want to make money and stuff like that. So the air's out of this before people say, Jesus, what are you doing? It's gonna blow. There's hardly any air in that. So it's all out. Don't go prodding like a madman at this. If you got, there's a little offensive little bastard. Don't go prodding like a madman. If you've got it put full 120 psi, you know you're gonna make a mess of yourself. You really are. So right, where's the little shitty bits? Oh man, what are we doing with them? There they are. Right, Exhibit A. Anything's worth trying better than just sat here for a full day. Not that, you know, I don't not like Moab, it's absolutely gorgeous, Jesus, you know. Look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. But I had to go for a trot all the way uptown to get this. Can you believe nobody's selling this shit? You want to be selling this all over the should, really. So we get plenty of this shit on. Give it a good old drive about. More the merrier, eh? want a bit of this. Ugh, this is going to be messy, isn't it? Shit, this looks like old. No, it isn't. Right. See, I've worked at a tyre house before when I was a kid. I'd plug this if I had some tyre levers and whatever, but to get it off and stuff, I would just plug that. But, like I say, love's work. So somehow I'm gonna thread this gooey horrible shit through there. You see me? There we go. I think I'm gonna run out of time on this SD card, so I'll stop it there and catch you up if it works. If it doesn't, I can miss it out, can't I? So hopefully that'll do the job. Let me just show you. I've got to trim this off, but I'm gonna let it dry a bit. It doesn't say on the instructions how long you need to leave it to dry. I've put all three in. I've used one packet to try and do that. Got the offensive offensive item out, the nail or something. So hopefully, like I say, it's still on the rim. Luckily, she's still on the rim. Like I say, do not move them. Whatever you do, do not move. If you've got a puncture, you breaks that seal on that rim, and you've got more problems. You seriously have. You know, you can wiggle about forever. But luckily, I got it on. It was only off on one side. Anyway, I'm gonna get a quick wash and shit, and see if you'll stay there. Get myself a quick wash because it's sticky, horrible bloody stuff, that is. It really is. But if it does the trick, it's great stuff, you know. What it cost me, $4, and kept me going. I'm gonna wait. Like I say, I'm not gonna rush it. I'm gonna wait for it to dry and stuff before I set off, because if I rush it, then I'm gonna have to do it again, set off down the road. My e-log would have already started. I'm not in that much of a rush. I've only got 1,000 mile to do till in 2 days, but I don't want to start the e-log. Start the e-log, then have to stop again. That time's going in it again, you know what I mean? So get it all going before I have to set off. I didn't have to do 500 mile, if that today, you know. Not a great lot. So we'll go for a little wander, get washed up, and come back and see how it is. Yes, so at the end of the trip, and here's the Bean waiting patiently so he can put telly on. Ain't you, Bean? Nice. Been helping me do a bit of yard work. So I got home about 11 o'clock. Trip's been good, so it's been a 10-day as that all together, and I have, let's just have a quick look. I know exactly what it is actually. I did my mileage earlier. It has been 4,500 mile altogether in 10 days. So it was a nice steady run, you know. It was good. I didn't have a day off. I managed to do it in all my hours, get it in just without having to do even a recap or anything, because I took it steady across there and didn't burn all my hours out. I didn't use all my 70, so I did it in, like, I think it was just under 70 hours all in all, from setting off to finishing, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's 4,500 mile in just under 70 hours, so that's not bad going, you know. 11 plugs in that tyre in the end. In the end, like I said last night, I screwed a bolt in it. I was done with it. So what makes the problem mends the problem, basically. So I pushed a screw into it, and that sealed it. I don't advise putting screws back into your tyres and stuff like that. If I could have worked it out, it was still leaking a little bit, because I ended up with another puncture, believe it or not, right next to the other hole. But as soon as I got empty, that was fine. At 60 psi, those, you know, or on a caravan or a car, those plugs are really good, you know. They work really well, and they're pretty easy to use. On your motorbike, anything like that, up to like 28 psi, maybe probably 60 psi they'll hold. But that's a screw. That's what we use to plug the tyre. Don't lose it. We need that. So that's it's all right, but once you get up to like 100, 110 psi, it's just shooting the things out. It really is a lot of pressure there. You know, it really is a lot of pressure. And of course, with the tyre flexing, it was on the side. If it had been in the middle, it might not have been too bad. So being on the side, it's flexing both ways. It's not just going up and down, it's going sideways and stuff like that. But I'm quite happy. Managed to get it back. So, you know, I'm pretty chuffed with that. It cost $30 in puncture repair kit. Saved the tyre, got it home, be able to get plugged. Happy days. It hasn't really saved us any, because a tyre down the road's probably only $50 dearer But it was the principle in the end. It was like a fight. What are we whining at? Have you trapped your finger? Yeah. Oh heck, naughty dog. So yeah, it was like a challenge in the end, and I won. I got it home. You can always get it home. It's really good to get it home. I remember once driving all the way up from La Rochelle back to England in a little Volvo FL6 with a piece of string as the throttle cable. Throttle cable was really bad on those. They used to snap a lot. Throttle cable up through the engine, through the gear lever rubber bit, through the floor, and using like that a piece of baler band. It was this side actually, all the way back up to Hull. So that was another mission. There's been worse ones, other stories. But there you go. Anyway, so I'm home. Like I say, I'm going to wash the truck off, do a few bits and what have you. There's one light needs mending, a load of yard work, and we're going to have some fun, aren't we, Ben? We're going to go for a bike ride. Go on the quad?
Yeah.
Big quad?
Yeah.
Or the little quad?
Yeah.
Little quad?
Yeah.
Okay then. So we're going to go quad riding and do a bit of stuff. A couple of days and I'll be hitting the road again because I'm having a month off towards the end of this, a week off, sorry, towards the end of this month. So I need to get another long one in before then. So I'll probably be back out on Thursday, Friday. Happy days, wash your hand. It's been a great trip. Bye-bye.